Hi, I'm Angela, and I manage the health team at US News. Since we started ranking the best diets back in 2011, the Mediterranean diet has consistently been a top performer. Our experts say that it's safe and nutritious, it has a lot of health benefits, and it can also taste really good, which is something that Jack Bishop from America's Test Kitchen knows a thing or two about. Hey Jack, welcome to US News.
Hey Angela. Yeah, I really feel like the Mediterranean diet is the best tasting diet. It's almost not a diet because it's so delicious and it's so easy.
And this year, in 2020, the Mediterranean diet ranked as our #1 best diet overall. It also snagged the top spot in categories like best diabetes diets, easiest diets to follow, and best diets for healthy eating. So Jack, what do home cooks need to know before getting started?
Yeah, so I'm gonna break down the diet and jumpstart you with some key ingredients. So the principles of the diet, I think, are so simple that that's one of the reasons why it works. First is whole grains.
Yes.
So I brought my favorite here. This is farro. It's basically heritage or ancient wheat. Okay. It's an Italian grain, but it's whole grain. So it's got the bran and the germ and all those benefits. Whole foods is really one of the key markers of the Mediterranean diet. Use it in soups. Pilafs, you can just throw it right into the pot with soup. Cook it like pasta if you want to eat it on its own. So abundant boiling water,
terrific.
Drain it, and then make salads with it. It's got a sort of chewy texture, nutty. It's weedy, but it's delicious.
Oh, sounds good. What about chickpeas?
Yeah, so in addition to whole grains, legumes. And I think, people sometimes think, canned beans are not as good. In the test kitchen, we love canned beans, and we especially love canned chickpeas because open the can, and they're ready to go. We actually do a lot of taste tests, and this brand, Goya, is the winner of our taste test.
What do you look for when you're taste testing a chickpea?
So it needs to be cooked a little bit of salt. So we found that the brands that have no salt whatsoever are really kind of bland, and even if you add a lot more salt, it doesn't really get inside the chickpea. You want a sort of firm texture that's not too mushy as well. And so, again, salads, soups, all kinds of delicious side dishes that you can use the chickpea in.
Fantastic. So let's talk protein, which on the Mediterranean diet often comes in the form of seafood. What is your favorite way to get some seafood in the Mediterranean diet?
Yeah, so I think the easiest is shrimp. And these are frozen shrimp. So these are what they call IQF, individually quick frozen shrimp. And what we like about them is, number one, they belong in your freezer because they're frozen, and then you take out as many as you want. So if you're cooking for one person or 4 people, you take out 6, 8, 20. You can use the whole bag. Most of the shrimp, 99.9% of the shrimp we buy at the supermarket, has been frozen and then thawed. So so you may as well just buy it frozen yourself.
Right.
Have total control over when you want to thaw it, when you want to use it, as many pieces as you like. The important thing is always to buy it with the shell on, not the shells.
Why is that?
When they remove the shells, the machines beat up the shrimp, and it tends to lose a lot of moisture when you then go ahead and cook it. And so, we buy it with the shell on, then take the shell off once it's been thawed. And to thaw them, put them in a colander under some running water. In about 5 minutes, they're thawed and ready to go.
Great tip.
Yeah.
So how about vegetables, which are a core component of the Mediterranean diet, which are an absolute necessity for home chefs?
So I brought 2 forms of tomatoes because I think whether you're thinking about the cuisine of North Africa or Turkey or Greece or Spain, everybody uses tomatoes. And the 2 most convenient forms are tomato paste and canned whole tomatoes. So canned whole tomatoes I like because you can chop them if you want diced tomatoes. You can puree them if you want crushed tomatoes. If you want whole tomatoes, they're whole. So, and they're in the simplest form. So all they've done is peel them. Tomato paste, think of this as Mediterranean superpower. It makes so much flavor in all of the dishes because it's got sweetness, salt, umami, the thing that makes things taste savory, is concentrated in tomato paste, and so we add it to a lot of dishes that adds, even in vegetarian cooking, a sort of meaty quality. So we love tomato paste in the test kitchen.
Interesting. Now you mentioned flavor, and spices and condiments are another reason that the Mediterranean diet is so flavorful. So which are your favorite spices?
Yeah, I mean, I love whether it's sumac or oregano or thyme, but I brought one that, again, one of the principles of the diet are healthy fats.
Yes.
And so tahini, which is made from toasted sesame seeds, has got a lot of healthy fat. And so it makes great, if you love baba ganoush, hummus, this is the key ingredient. It has, that nutty sesame flavor. Make quick sauces by blending it with some olive oil and lemon juice or with yogurt. And it just powers, again, so many things and drizzles over, makes food delicious.
For more on the Mediterranean diet, including an in-depth profile, expert ratings, and a daily menu and a nutritional snapshot, visit usnews.com/bestdiets.
For more on the Mediterranean diet in terms of recipes, you can come to americastestkitchen.com and check out our 2 books, the Complete Mediterranean Diet Cookbook with over 700 recipes, and our brand new Mediterranean Instant Pot for if you want those quick meals with your favorite appliance, all with the Mediterranean diet principles incorporated into the recipes.
Thank you, Jack, and
Thanks,
happy
Angela.
cooking.